And welcome back, everyone. J-Ron here, and we are in another episode of How Not to Souls. Today we are looking at a faith strength build, really, from Dark Souls 1. And it's a pretty sound build. Good with PvE, good with PvP. I'm not too crazy about it, but I think that's more of a personal thing. I really do like faith builds a lot, but for some reason, I guess the way I put this one together, I just kind of get left feeling meh. But it's very sound. It works. You can beat the game. You can go into PvP well. I just think I felt it was a little slow. But let's take a look at the stats, and maybe as I talk about it, maybe I can enlighten myself in how I explain it. But anyway, at 120, Big Dave has a 40 vitality for a nice health pool. 16 attunement to hold up to 4 miracles, because we didn't really need that many. We just need probably 1 projectile, AoE, and a buff. And that's how it kind of is laid out right now, as you see. 35 endurance, so we can carry some stuff, swing our heavy weapons proper. And 30 strength to wield the heavier side of weapons. 12 dex to meet weapon requirements. 11 resistance, 8 intelligence, our base, and 50 faith, so we could do all the proper faith things right. And then in the end run, get sunlight spear, and that would be getting our good amount of damage. You could go higher, you can go lower, but I think for 50 at 120, I think that's perfect. Our weapons. So our main, we had 2 mains. We had the Occult Claymore, which was really good in the new game, and the Zweihander, which was good all round. Due to how occult damage works, you're not getting your maximum potential damage out of your Claymore. Whereas the Zweihander, we were getting some pretty crazy strong buffs. A Divine Man Serpent Sword to kind of round out the whole white Titanite blacksmithing situation. So we can have the occult, we can have the divine. And I mean, what kind of cleric doesn't have a lightning club, even though it doesn't scale with anything? It's just flat lightning damage and physical damage. But it's pretty cool. The short bow, just for some when we needed to use a bow. Our fashion, hold on, shield, Dragon Crest shield, Sanctus, and our Kansas talisman for our miracles. I could have gone for the Dark Moon Talisman, but I'd just rather defeat Gwendolyn. And with me working on Warrior Sunlight Covenant, the Dark Moon Covenant wasn't even a thing I considered. And our Sanctus was our backup. It has a lot of health regen on it. For our armor set, I chose the Elite Knight Helm with the silver Knight set. Oh, we didn't even upgrade that. I just noticed that. It's pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. But we rocked for the duration until we decided to upgrade this. Where is it? All the way at the top, because we could have just rotated. I wore the Knight armor. To me, it exemplified what a paladin should look like. But this looks kind of like a BA paladin. For our rings, I had the Ring of Favor and Protection throughout the duration of the playthrough, and I switched between Wolf Ring for extra poise, the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn for boosting our miracles, and the rest of that ring to run around in the muck and the mud without any hindrance, and I think that's about that. Yeah. Oh, Havel's Ring for a little while, Philanthropy Ring, so we can boost our stamina recovery speed, but I think that's about that, For our miracles, we have, let's go to, what are we using? Sunlight Spear, which was pretty rad. That Lightning Spear, great Lightning Spear, all great options. Wrath of the Gods, it's just what Force should be, but Force is not. And our Sunlight Blade to buff our Zweihander, and really it was almost 913, and that's a pretty good buff. But it's such a slow swing with the Zwei that at times I was just kind of I was very frustrated with it. I think that was why. It was just my powerful weapon, my strongest weapon, or combination, buff and weapon, was slow as sin. And then the Zwei on its own would look like 539, and that's nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? It's still good, but still slow. It does pancake people, but it's still slow. But overall, I don't know. I was a little, like I said, it's kind of like meh for me. And I do really like faith builds. I think faith builds have a tremendous potential to be really, really good. And this was strong, and it did get the job done. But for me, this was not my favorite build by any means in Dark Souls Remastered. But it's worth the try. Maybe you plan it out better, have better weapons, or have weapons that will move faster. I think a Dex Faith build would probably be a better option than how clunky the Strength Faith build in this was. And I think that's where I might have gone wrong. But that could also be another playthrough. And I either might have the same feeling, or I might like it a lot. But anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy the combat footage, and I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, night, or whatever it is for you. Peace out.